Step 3 of the Rooted Wealth app setup. In Step 3, you will learn to enter bills and expenses. Click on Budget Input tab, and then you're going to go to Bills and Expenses. Once you click on Bills and Expenses, you're going to see plus Add Bill. Click on Add Bill. The first entry example will be a credit card. Enter the name of the credit card. For example, we'll use Wells Fargo credit card. If you have multiple credit cards, make sure the descriptions are distinct. Do not duplicate the same name. Choose your category, credit card. Enter your due date. We'll use the 5th. Now enter your payment amount. This doesn't have to be the minimum payment. It can be whatever you typically pay. But for this example, we'll use the minimum, which is $55. Set your frequency to monthly. Your allowance will be full payment. You can also choose whether this is manual or auto pay, meaning whether the payment is manual made or taken out automatically. You can also enter the payment source, which bank account the payment is coming from. Now make sure you check the box for, is this a debt? This applies to credit cards, loans, and mortgages. Once you check that, it allows you to enter. Current balance, we'll use $1,650 credit limit. We'll use $5,000 interest rate. We'll use 29% minimum payment, $55. You can also add comments if needed. Then go ahead and click Add Expense. As you can see, the item has now been added. Now we're going to record a payment. Click Record Payment. Now we're going to record a payment. Click Record Payment. You can select Use Full Amount, which is $55, or enter a different amount. We'll use the full amount. Change the date to when the payment was made. We'll use the 5th. You can add a confirmation number if you want or leave it blank. Then click Record Payment. As you can see, the item has now been added. Now it will show as paid. Click View Payment to review your payment. Transaction is reflected $55 payment on the 5th. Click on the trash can icon to delete. The next example will be a mortgage payment. Click on plus Add Bill. Enter the name. We'll name it Test Mortgage Company. Change the category to Rent Mortgage. Set the due date. We'll use the 3rd. Enter the payment amount. We'll use $2,500. Set the frequency to monthly and the allowance to full amount. Choose whether it's auto pay or manual. If this is a rent payment and not mortgage payment, skip the next step and click on Add Expense. Because this is a debt, check This is a debt. Enter. Current balance, $350,000. 3.5 for interest rate. For minimum payment, enter $1,950. Add comments if needed, then click Add Expense. Now the mortgage has been added. The next example is grocery expense. Click on Add Bill. Enter the name, groceries. Choose the category, groceries. Set the date. We'll use the 1st. We spend about $200 every 2 weeks. Change the frequency to bi-weekly and the spending allowance to divide bi-weekly. Add a comment. For example, this is for food and pet food. You can include eating out if you want, but it's recommended to keep it separate. Click Add Bill. Because this is bi-weekly, it creates 2 sections. One for each half of the month, recording grocery spending. Now let's record spending. Click Add Spending. Enter an amount. For example, $25.96. Enter the date. We'll say the 1st. Add a note. For example, Costco. Click Record Payment. Click. Now you'll see that amount recorded, and it will show how much is left from your $200 budget. You can continue adding expenses incrementally, or you can take out the full $200 in cash and just record it as one transaction. Now we're going to add fuel. Click plus Add Bill. Enter the name, Fuel or Fuel for Vehicles. Choose the category, Fuel / Transportation. Set the date. We'll use the 1st. Enter the amount. We'll use $300. Set the frequency to bi-weekly and the allowance to divide bi-weekly. Click Add Expense. This works the same way as groceries. You can either track each transaction or use the envelope method and record the total. One-time expense example. Now we're going to add a one-time expense. For example, a parking ticket. Enter the name, Parking Ticket. Set the category to Other. Enter the amount, $75. Change the frequency to one-time payment. Once you do that, it will ask for a specific date. We'll use April 19th. You can add comments if you want, then click Add Expense, recording one-time payment. When you're ready to record the payment, click Record Payment. Select full amount, enter the payment date, add a confirmation number if needed, then click Record Payment. wrap up. And that's it for different examples of entering bills and expenses. You'll use this same process for all of your expenses. The only thing that changes is the category, the amount, and how often the bill repeats, whether it's weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. If you have a bill where you split payments, for example, half at the beginning of the month and half at the end, you'll want to split that into 2 entries. And that's step 3 for setting up your bills and expenses.